Hey YouTube, what's up? Scarecrow here. This is going to be a updated profile of my Blademaster deck. It's been a week, full week since set 11 came out. I actually got a chance to play a full tournament with the deck and playtesting throughout the week and stuff. So it's only been a week, but it has tweaked. I've got experience with it. Played a tournament with it, got first place, but learned some things along the way to tweak it a little bit more. So, into the profile. Still using Conroe as my starter. He's the best starter in general for the clan, and he plays his role really well in this deck. I will get to that once I get to the grade 1s. For the triggers, playing 4 Janet, our Blademaster crit, and 3 Rex Sasha, so still 7 crits, followed by 4 Gatling Claw, and 1 Steel Dragon Draw still. I tried taking this out and putting in an 8th crit, and I didn't like it. Having the extra draw power felt more helpful than the extra crit, so yeah. So still a 7-5 ratio, like most consistent ratio I've played for this clan over the years I've been playing this game, and 4 heals. For the grade 1s, 4 Protect Orbs are Damage and Flipping Perfect Guard, hands down the best Perfect Guard in this clan. Almost every deck you build in this clan should be playing this. Then we've got for Nadell. Nadell is like the MVP grade 1 of this deck. He's a big booster and he unflips damage. Usually he's what I search off with my Conroe, assuming everything else is going fine, because he's just so good. I need to go grab him, but very, very good card. Next, we're only playing 2 Lava Flow Dragons now. We're playing 8 grade 3s, but we're only playing 2 Lava Flows because of Blademaster's skill, his Generation Break, or whatever it is, where you pick up a Blaze card at your end phase. You don't need to have as much cards in your deck that let you stride because of that skill, and because of Conroe in the deck. We can just search for this if we need it. So, like, let's say we didn't draw our Blademaster, but we drew the other grade 3. We can use Conroe, get Lava Flow, turn that card into the Blademaster. So that's why we're only playing 2 Lava Flows now. Then we're playing 2 Tahir, I think that's how you say his name. If you call him and you have less cards, you can kill someone, and when he's blazing, he's a 9k. We're usually using him for the kill effect. He's not like an extremely helpful card, but it just helps have like a little bit more like cards in your deck that can pop stuff and make sure your effects are live and going off at full effect. And then our last grade 1 spot, we're playing 2 this card that I really like, Shinshin. I think that's how you say his name, Shinsen. This card is really cool, but he can be kind of tricky to set up for. He lets you retire him to unflip and draw, but the draw effect is difficult because you have to have 3 rear guards, so that means you have to have 4 or more when you go to set up for him, because he'll retire himself and not be there. But he is very helpful. Convert on-field offense into defense and get an unflip. Like him a lot. And then for our 2s, for Mabuti, this card is great. I have 0 complaints about this card. It's very balanced and very good. Next, got 2 Shakur. I think that's how you say his name. This guy is pretty decent. The thing I like about him the most is that he's a pretty solid 11. All you gotta do is be blazing, and he's an 11k. That's the really solid thing about him, is you can drop him. He doesn't even need a booster, but he can still hit. And if you call him and you have less cards or rear guards, you can kill someone. So he's playing the role of a beat stick and someone who can snipe something. But sometimes the it's hard to set up for the effect to kill someone because you'll have more cards in them. So then we're playing 2 Berserk Lord Dragon. He's better than I originally had thought he would be in the deck. You can just have him out there. Go into your Ziegenberg, swing through Ziegenberg, kill something, use his effect with his effect, and then restand the Ziegenberg. It's helpful in the sense that you can get the kill before Ziegenberg goes to do his restand. So then, like, let's say that you didn't finish off their field in the first attack, you can finish it off in the second attack. So, and then our last grade 2 spot is we're now playing 3 Neoflames, where we're playing, like, I think it was like 1 or 2 before. It's not that this card's been like doing extremely exceptional when I play it, but in theory it still seems like a really good card because you can use it early game and late game. So funny thing about this, actually, when I played the tournament round 1, I think I played against, like, it was Seal Dragons, and a funny thing came up where they did their Steel Dragon thing, and off the top I called a Neoflame to the field, and then when they went to attack, I G-guarded, killed that rear guard, and then I used Neoflame and killed the other card that was in the column. It's kind of funny that actually worked out like that. And then for the grade 3s, 4 Blademaster Cohens, and now we're playing a full play set of Jalgo, I think is how you say his name. The old Blademaster is kind of just terrible, and because we have Conroe to make sure we get Lava Flow, we can just draw any grade 3, and then that makes sure we get to the Blademaster. So that's it for the main deck. For the G-Zone, playing 2 Mustafa. I like this guy more than, like, I like him more than Vortex, because sometimes you actually, when you stride in him, you won't use your on-stride skill from Blademaster, and that's because you'll have, like, an Adele, and it's not out yet, and Adele has to be out when you kill something. So it's cool that you can stride this guy, then call Adele, then use his skill pop something, and he gets you your GB2. And in the past, usually you focus your GB2 on getting a face-up, like, Blademaster Titan, and I don't actually care that much about it anymore. I don't use Blademaster as much. What I actually like doing is getting the guaranteed snipe and triggering some other effects while flipping the other Mustafa, so I have the on-hit effect to get an unflip. That's what I've found myself doing more so than flipping a Blademaster. Sometimes I'll flip a Blademaster based on the matchup, but yeah, I like it. It's running well. Then we have our 4, as we previously just mentioned, our 4 Blademaster Titans. It's still a great card. As far as G units go, it's one of your better options. So you'd still want to play 4, in my opinion. And then we have our new boss card of the clan. It's very easy to argue this card. It's just like the clan's, like, G unit now. Ziegenberg. This card is so good. This card is so good. I feel, to be honest, this card, like, mostly by itself has brought the clan back into, like, the meta. Such a good card. Our last unit of the deck, we're playing 1 GB8. We don't use this card a lot, and this GB8 isn't nearly as broken as other GB8s, but you can still use him. He's still pretty good. He's still a board wipe, and he still pumps the front row, so I think I've only ever a couple times ever strode him when I ran out of Ziegenbergs, so he's still cool. For our G-Guards, 1 Salam. This card is amazing. 1 Super G-Guard. This card's become more helpful than it used to be. 1 20k shield, just because it's an easy 20k shield. Sometimes you actually just need to block something instead of killing it, and you don't want to counterblast. And then obviously our last two cards go to Denial Griffin, one of the best G guards in the game. If I would say he's probably the second best one, with Haround being the best. But yeah, that's it for that deck profile. Thank you for watching.